What's up, guys? Chris Cardo here. You are tuning in to part 2 of the Losi Moto MX upgrade parts. Today I'm going to be covering some parts that we're finally getting in the mail here. Obviously, you've seen my last video where I unboxed the swing arm, also the triple clamp, the new uniform, as well as the aluminum foot peg. Today we're going to get into some more upgrade parts, except these parts are not from Losi. Be sure to go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button for more future content like this. Let's get right into it. As you guys seen in my previous Losi upgrade video, want to go ahead and I did go ahead and take these out of the packages. I did not show those to you last time, but just so that you can see what this alternate rider jersey looks like. Some of you have probably already purchased this and you're probably waiting for it now, or maybe you already received it, but this is a good idea of what this looks like. It's got FXR on it, race division factory on the front. We'll turn that around one more time so that you guys can see it there, but that is the alternate rider jersey that you can get. And I did want to get on here and show this to you guys. So here is the triple clamp set, so that way you guys can see this a little bit better here. The aluminum foot pegs that you're also going to be getting to upgrade your Losi Moto MX with, and you want something that's sturdy and strong, and you don't want to spend $100, save yourself $20, you can pick this up from GPM. And it also looks like too with this one, looks like you will be using the aluminum hinge pin as well too, whereas with this one you're going to be using that set screw that comes with it. So this one's going to come with a set screw. This one looks like you're going to be using the hinge pin and a screw to hold in that hinge pin. I could be wrong though. We'll have to try it on once we get the bike, and we'll see what it looks like. Let's go ahead and move over to our next part. This right here is probably something that you guys are going to be interested in. A lot of people are talking about bending their front wheels. I haven't seen anybody review or say that they're bending the rear wheel, but it looks like that I am still waiting on the one that goes on the front, but this one will go on the rear wheel. I do have a rear wheel here that I can show you possibly what that's going to look like. It does come with its own set of screws as well too, so that's probably going to be key. That's what it will look like. So then basically it would help keep the spokes from bending, give you a little bit more sturdiness there. It's going to look real cool. For the rear wheel, I haven't seen anybody really bend the rear wheel, so I don't know. Maybe you just purchased the one for the front. I am actually waiting on that part still to come in, but I've received every other part that I've ordered from them, and I'll also give you the total cost of all these parts in this video as well too. I'm not going to go part by part, but I will tell you what I paid for every single part. In case you're wanting to know, this is the front wheel here, and then obviously they do make one that's going to be larger in size that you put on there. Obviously this one's not, you know, the front wheel is bigger than the rear wheel, so this one goes on the back, but they do make one that's going to be on the front. I'm waiting on that part. Once I get it, I will get on here and show you guys what that looks like as well. All right, let's move on to the next part that we need. Look at that. So this is bulkhead here for the Losi Moto MX. It's a GPM. Everything that I'm opening with GPM today is 775 aluminum. So this is in gold, so that's pretty cool. The only parts that I didn't order from them was the triple clamps and the aluminum hubs, just so that way you can see what this crash plate looks like. Got this in gold as well. I think this is going to be a popular part from GPM. I'm actually shocked that Losi didn't make a part for this as an upgrade. It is what it is. I also ordered some aluminum chain tensioners from them. Pretty self-explanatory. Just got these in silver. This little guy right here is the steering holder. in gold, 7075 aluminum. It's just your little steering holder there. So here's your aluminum rear brake disc. Obviously it doesn't get used, but it is nice to have an aluminum one. I do have a Losi one that's going to be on the way as well too, but saw they had this in gold, had to have it. Let's see what those look like. Put those in closer. And you got the little foot peg holders with a screw in there as well. So it's gonna basically screws in it's very similar, if not the same, as the Losi part. Only difference is they're just not in silver. It's pretty much the same thing. So you'd hold that together, get you some Loctite, and then you would screw it in from the bottom there. How about that? Chain guard, 775 aluminum chain guard. For people who have the Losi Pro Moto, comment in my video, let me know if you would use this part on your bike. Let me know if this is something that you think is beneficial to have, or the GPM just kind of go for everything aluminum and basically hoping that everybody would just buy their parts. But let me know what you think about this part. I was curious about this, honest. To be honest with you, I was like, I don't know. Oh wow, you get bearings with this. So this knuckle and pull rod assembly kit here for aluminum, you also get the bearings as well in this part. So that might be something to consider, because if you buy an upgrade part from Losi, you're not going to get the bearings. All right, so a couple of things we need to cover here. Starting with these GPM chain tensioners. So if you do use these, I'm just going to make you aware right now, if you buy these from GPM and then you try to use the Losi swing arm, these little caps that go on the end like that go in there, those are going to be super tight. So you're going to have to get a pair of pliers to actually press them in and get them to fit. They will go in there, but they're not going to go in there as easy as the ones from Losi. They are a very tight fit. Now, I didn't have any issues putting those in there. Those actually fit. These actually fit better in here than they do in the swing arm here. So something to think about. So these are the Losi. If I can zoom in on that correctly, these are the Losi aluminum foot pegs. These are the GPM ones. So the ones that you get from GPM, you can expect a much bigger foot peg. And it's not by much, but it's enough to notice the difference. Well, according to Losi, this is gold. In my opinion, GPM got it right. That's gold. That's orange, even though Losi is selling this as a gold part. This swing arm here, much cheaper than this one by about 20 bucks. You make your decision. GPM has multiple different colors that you can get this in. I chose gold, but you can also get green, red, yellow, I think, and some other colors. With Losi, you're only getting silver. You know, if you're trying to trick out your bike, you know, you want some different colors, you don't want to go with silver, GPM is going to be a good option for you. So now that you guys have seen all the parts, you know, basically every single one of those parts that I bought from GPM, $400. Now, depending on where you're located at, if you're in a different country, I'm in the United States, but it was $400 for all those parts that I just showed you today, minus the support rim for the front wheel. We're still waiting on it. 400 bucks. I think for the value in terms of, like, especially the swing arm, you're getting some bearings, the knuckle and pull rod, you're also getting some bearings. It's probably a good idea that you probably go that direction with them. However, you know, I understand, you know, if you want to go with Losi part, go with Losi part. Getting some extra bearings in those parts, you're gonna have to replace those eventually. So I think GPM might be the way to go. I am curious about some of the Vidavon parts as well too, but I think until I get the bike, I'm probably just gonna stop here with these upgrades for now, just because I don't even have the bike yet. And I need the bike in order to test these parts and really review like what's gonna be best used for me and how I run the bike. You know, what I use may not be best for you in your conditions and how you're running your bike or what you plan to do. We shall see. Once again, guys, I want to thank you for tuning in this video. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button so that way you can tune in to all the future content that I have coming to this channel, and we'll holler at you next time. Deuces.